right? I mean, people that like learning, from me, yeah. I mean, obviously, I've been spending all morning thinking about, yonder H Bomber Guy video and how that relates to like history content creation. Because the number of places that rely on just like synthesis of other documentaries is pretty substantial. Hey, Reggie, good to see you. Right, so I don't know if that's right. Having the more focus incline on like scholarly synthesis versus documentary synthesis is like what makes people intrigued about that. Whether it's just, hey, we're gonna get some history fun facts, or whether there's something more ephemeral there. But don't know. I guess if you have feelings as to like why you like Google Slides content, let me know. Because I am always interested in like fine-tuning that and improving it and making it into something that is more enjoyable for you all. Like, something I feel good about making, but also something that I know people like. H Bomber Guy does have a new video out. It's 3 hours and 53 minutes long. And it's horrifying. Exposing a massive amount of plagiarism in content creation, media studies, video essays. It's pretty intense. And it doesn't even touch React content. It sort of touches React content, but it touches it by means of like YouTube drama channels. Wow, video made you unsubscribe from James Numberton, as it should do. No. But man, does it made me think about like my own work, what I'm doing. And what makes that different? Like, I mean, what was it yesterday? One of the new folks who stopped by, said that like looking for people that are not just like spouting Wikipedia pages. It's so long. Some of it I knew about already, right? I knew about Illuminati stuff because that made pretty big waves. I did not know about internet historians Man in Cave being plagiarized. Oof. Yeah, when that story broke, that was a big deal. But yeah, right, like, obviously reaction and, like, secondary commentary is a long-established thing, right? Like, ultimately, React channels, I mean, I've done it. Like, Rat Holla is where this channel got started. Right, like, the things I started doing before even it was, like, on stream, when it was still Discord only, was, like, reacting to trailers and being like, oh, or reacting to extra credits videos and being like, oh boy. But it's reacting with, like, a specific critical lens, so it's media criticism and not just watch my face go through weird shapes. Handful of history teachers who started because they were reacting to oversimplified stuff. Yeah, some fairly big ones these days. Are like high school history teachers reacting to various history content and broadly liking it. Like, it's a well-established genre, and it's, I think, fun. I mean, I think it's fun when, especially if there's people who have interesting frameworks or interesting things to say, bring that expertise and perspective to stuff, right? Like, that's totally legitimate media studies. Even if it's done in a structural format, right? If the formal elements of it aren't all that thrilling, and in fact are kind of towing a line of, copyright, gray areas of copyright. But the perspective is interesting, right? Well, I'm not much of a formalist, so I don't believe that changing the structure, or that purely medium is message, right? A la Marshall McLuhan, other like super duper formalist media studies folks, right? I'm not in favor of that. I think, right, really similar formal structures can have radically different things through the appliance of different theoretical perspectives. Exactly. So, like, experts in a field reacting to media. I mean, gosh, like, the classic example for that for history these days is Rolk Nienendijk over at, like, doing stuff with Insider with movie battle scenes. Aww. Pet Charlie for me. That's very cute. But, right, like, no one's gonna say Rolk Nienendijk is deliberate or is derivative or is doing anything that remotely resembles plagiarism or like unethical content creation. Dude, he's one of my favorite people. I am lucky enough to share communities with him elsewhere on the internet, and like Rolls Dr. Nienendijk is really as lovely as he seems. So, like, there is clearly some spaces where, yeah, they got they got a person from the Royal Armoury to do, like, video game guns. Yeah, another great example, right? People with genuine expertise bringing their perspective to media. And that's something totally different, right? That is, I think that's media criticism, not even media synthesis. And then you have, like, weirder spaces where it's, here's several documentaries, let's synthesize that down into a 15-minute summary video. And that's more of a gray area. That's very needed, like, that still is fine. But it can be, definitely operates on, like, a different perspective and a different justification than other things. So that's totally different than just recreating a documentary. Or even just using a documentary as your only source. And that's, yeah. Excited to learn what this game gets wrong about the history of Ferelden. This game's interesting because it's all method, right? There's a lot of method talk, and there's a lot of medievalism talk, right? When we actually get into Dragon Age, here. You get a lot of, like, different perspectives, and, like, the way narrative design intersects with fictional histories. There is something, though, I think eventually about, like, fan theory, and how that, right. A space that I fully do not wish to wade into. But I can't help but shake the feeling that there is something about, different layers of textual representation, and how that intersects with fan canon and text canon. Because I have noticed some cases where there is literally text in the game in a non-diegetic space that says one thing, and everyone goes, what if no? And, that's history. Notably, I've got my 10-foot pole ready, and we're just kind of, like, vaguely poking at online Dragon Age discourse. The one that I saw, right, is looking at, what was it? Oh yeah, right, that the elves have lost their immortality. Right, that elves at some point in the past were actually immortal, and they lost that. And I saw some people, right, multiple people being like, actually, I think it's ambiguous, when out of text they just straight up say that. Right, there's a loading screen that just straight up says that. And unless if the loading screen is in diegetic narrative source, the I don't know how else to do it. No, don't even poke the discourse, bury yourself from the discourse. Look, this is as close to the discourse as we're getting. But right, why wouldn't the living stream be diegetic lore? I mean, it's a legitimate question, right? I'm not saying a diktat one way or the other. But it's not how it normally works in RPGs, right? Especially thus far in Dragon Age, they've been, if it's from a diegetic source, they have a fake citation. And that was the thing that stood out to me, is like all the codex entries are written by someone in the universe. And they cite the fake person. And the loading screens don't do that. They also often give tutorial information, which means it's player targeted, not in-game character targeted. And so, right, obviously I'm not saying it can't be diegetic, but it operates like in a weird liminal space that's not fully diegetic and not fully not diegetic. And that creates an odd tension with how you use that to interpret in-universe history. It's... Anyway, question. There's a common motive in fantasy of lost knowledge from a former great civilization. Does this come from medieval people reading about Greece? Rome more than Greece? But also, yes. It is extremely literally Roman ruins in the Middle Ages. Like, it's... Especially since that lost civilization is almost always framed as an empire. Right, like, I'd say 60 to 70% of the time, that great lost former civilization is explicitly imperial. And so it's just Rome. It's just 1st century Rome. Goes kaboom. Arbitrarily, due to some very real crisis that is, very much not how we imagine late antiquity these days. Usually involving getting too greedy about knowledge and self-destructing catastrophically by the power of demonic invasions. And does that have feelings? Yeah. Oh yeah, either that or it's just paganism. Yeah, I suppose, right, the giant evil empire is the other one, right? Like, you either have the great good empire that got too greedy and too knowledgeable and blew themselves up, which is Rome filtered through Cold War fears of catastrophic scientific self-destruction. Or, it's the evil, wicked empire who was defeated in a glorious revolt and now has existed as a spooky pagan cult on the fringes of society for thousands of years and are making a resurgence. Which is, I'm less certain what to do about that, because it still is Rome. But it's spooky pagan Rome. Actually, it's spooky pagan Rome, but filtered through Islamophobia. Which I'm just gonna hit it with that one. There's my hot take. There's my hot take for the day. Like, it's congratulations. We're gonna have that hot take of that it's primarily filtered through early modern and modern Islamophobia. Because the evil empire usually gets overthrown by the forces of light, and a non-zero amount of the way more than a non-zero amount of time, they're called Crusaders. Fire Emblem, Genealogy of the Holy War, I see you. I see you localizing the 12 Warriors of Light as Crusaders. In which case it's responding to the Ottoman Empire and fears of, the quote-unquote Turkish invasions. It's... yeah. Yeah. I got nothing. Actually, I have lots of feelings, but I don't have coherent thoughts, so I can ramble about them, but it's not gonna go anywhere. Right, I suppose the other option would, like... yeah, I mean... so here's where we need to get in... this is where we need to get into some, serious... Orientalism studies, is of course, right, Said would say that that's not... Liz, that that's not different. Right, that... fundamentally, right, like... Orientalist thought is Islamophobic thought. And that is, like, the same thread of discourse in European thought. There's room for disagreement with Said, like, very legitimate disagreement with Said there. But... right, insofar as there is, well... sort of. Right, that can't be the case because Orientalism predates the existence of Islam. It is... there's a half a dozen asterisks on that. Right, there is a half a dozen asterisks on that because it relies on a more generalized definition of what Orientalism is than what Said originally writes. See, Orientalism has expanded, and so you can say that there is an Orientalism of Persia. But that's not what Edward Said argues straightforwardly, right? So, it's relying on sort of contentious gray spaces within the definition of the term in order to justify that argument, but you can do it. It's just... your theory is... yeah. JCDC, I've just got a remix playlist on. Yes, it happened to be, seasonally appropriate, question mark? But remix playlists. So yeah, also yes, as they're talking about the Tevinter Imperium, in Dragon Age lore, it's Byzantium. You're absolutely correct. Right, the Tevinter Imperium is the Roman Empire. It blows itself up, and then survives and or reestablishes itself, and has an alternate form of theoretically the same religion as much of the rest of Ferelden interacts with. So yeah, like that's just the Eastern Roman Empire. It's just Byzantium. And that is totally fine. Does that make the Qunari the Caliphate then? I don't know, we haven't seen enough of the Qunari to make any arguments. They're... Germani, like, thus far, even though they've not been geographically, like, they seem much more Viking-y. I'm gonna be real. They seem to be obligatory fantasy Vikings a la Howard's Hyperboreans. It's sort of the initial space I'd be working from. But we haven't seen enough of them to actually know things. See a lot more of the Qunari in Dragon Age 2, but that game is this whole basket case of, Well, that's a good thing we're not playing that game, huh? Right, we like making friends around video games, right? Not screaming about them. Right? Right, guys? That's the point of the channel, right? Qunari come from a hotter jungly place close to the equator. Which is... notable. You did have a friend who was Muslim and immediately registered Stan as a particular anti-Muslim caricature, so you're starting to wonder if they somehow precision calculated to be insulting to everyone. Yeah, you know, fair enough. I will see, too, their lived experience. Because if they register that, I trust that instinct. Right. I think identifying Sten... I think, right, working from just then to identify the Canary as anything is not a space I have enough, like, literal lore experience to know. But yeah, if someone has that lived experience and that lore experience to clock that, great, let's roll with that. Canary get a major redesign in later games, but, spoilers. Well, that sounds ominous. Oh yeah, he's so fanatically devoted to his religion that he murders a family. Oh! Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I see it. Yup. Yup. I mean, pick your poison there. Do you want it to be, generally, quote, anti-heathen, of the style that you see, like, accusations of human sacrifice, with the Suebi and later the Vikings? Do you want that to be just blood libel under a different name? Or do you want that to be, fears of, quote-unquote, the Turk coming in and murdering everyone in, fanatic rage? Ignore the fact that in the First Crusade, there are reports of, Christian crusaders murdering people in the temple in Jerusalem until blood reached their ankles. But, yeah. Yeah. None of the above are good answers. So... okay, that makes it even more That makes it even more obvious, yeah. The Kun is less of a religion, more a set of laws meant to dictate how Qunari society should function. So then it's the Hadith, right. In that case, right, a pseudo or a religio-social legal sect is the mix of Sharia, commentary, and the Hadith. Also, Reggie, while we're right, anti-Arab, anti-Muslim caricatures of Free Palestine? True. Very true. Holy shit, this isn't that hard. Stop doing genocide. Go support organizations that are agitating for, stopping the genocide. This one's not controversial. Also, this dude, thank you for the gifted sub to Reggie B. Reggie, enjoy the emotes. Repairs your prior point, you'd argue that some forms of cultural discrimination that are older than their existence do not make any sense if you don't interpret them through the lens of Orientalism. True. That is totally fine. That is a completely defensible thing that I fully support you saying. You do have to, navigate the ways different theorists engage with it, but that is totally doable. Cool. So 40 minutes of rambling. How about we play some video game? Does that sound like a good idea, chat? I mean, the Ramblemancy is fun, but maybe play a video game. Still not dragging enough? Ah, damn. Video game time. Alright. So, if you're just tuning in, welcome everyone. We've been rambling for the last almost 40 minutes about, lots of stuff, actually. So, yay. But that means you haven't missed any game, so welcome to Ludo History. As always, I'm Adam. We're gonna be playing some Dragon Age Origins today. We're talking vaguely about medievalism and the ways in which real history and historical methods can get blended into a game space, but mostly we're just hanging out and having fun. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the follow button to be notified for all the historical content we do around here. And if you want to support the channel further, we got a few options. You can hit subscribe here on Twitch to unlock some fabulous emotes. You can head over to patreon.com/LudoHistory, where for as little as $2 a month, you can help support the channel. And we're going to have more options to help support what we do coming up soon, TM. Also, make sure you go check out the new website, ludohistory.com, where you can see more about what I do and have a blog with some other analysis that doesn't quite fit on stream or is derived from stuff we do here live on Twitch. Yeah, so let's hop into it. And I haven't figured out what we're actually doing in Dragon Age Origins today. We'll figure it out together as we go. Hooray. I mean, you're more of a wyvern anyway, I guess, since you have two lit. Ah, dang it! We're using pedantic heraldry rules. I didn't realize we were doing pedantic heraldry rules about this. Okay, well, I suppose I should make sure everyone's like got gear. Got stuff, feeling good. And I have so few item slots. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ugly boots. Aw. Bard's dancing shoes. What do we have? +3 defense. Yeah, those are just better. Everyone's already got things. Wait, don't I have a tattoo for you? Yeah. Have tattoos. We did the Mage's Dragon Age backpack economy. Absolutely nightmarish. Because... because. Don't question it. Denerim to sell stuff and then do Redcliffe? Yeah. Yeah, Denerim might not be a bad plan at this point. TBH. Also, I've got a bunch of gems I need to just sell. What am I doing?
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. A black grimoire. Oh yeah, I should give that to Morrigan, huh? Morrigan. Morrigan.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire?
Oh, that makes...
Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered
that
if
makes
it
sense.
might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you.
That explains several things.
Fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately. Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her.
Oh dear.
I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure. Nothing bad is gonna happen.
I await your command.
Do you? Do you?
So, full of questions, are you?
Uh-huh.
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? Oh, she certainly was human. Once.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, How much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Sure.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth
I mean,
was
I've seen
young
Flemeth's
and
design in other games.
a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
What in the Frank Frazetta is that line?
Many centuries before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard and fled the castle of her husband, the Dreadlord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity.
What?
In truth, my mother
That's-
claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar.
That's
Lord
just...
Conabar approached
Stop
young
ruining
Osen
Irish.
and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Yeah, it's... Just the way to just, like, misspell Irish names. Like, Conabar is Concabar. Notably, bad husband, and very important Irish folkloric king. I mean, God, that's basically Deirdre Nouse. Right? Like, that is all but a story. Like, a well-known Irish folkloric tragedy that I think William Butler Yeats does a rendition of. Of the... Gosh, let's see if I can remember the story correctly. So there is, a young girl named Deirdre who is, prophesied, I believe, to be, or is, like, at birth sworn to marry King Concabar, and in order to prevent her from meeting and falling in love with anyone else, she is raised in the woods away from everybody, because Concabar's horrible like that. Concabar's nephew, I think? Noish, meets Naiose, because Irish. Is hunting in the woods one day, meets Deirdre, they immediately fall in love, question mark? Deirdre maybe possibly curses Noish about this. So, they elope. No, this is literally where Fire Emblem 4 gets all those characters from. And so Concabar sends, I think it's Kudoi, like the second great hero, or third greatest hero of Irish folklore. Emmett is going to kill me for saying that, but, you know, good enough summary. Very important warrior figure about it, and he's like, no. And then forced to. Noish gets killed. Deirdre gets trampled under the wheels of a cart. It's bad news all around. Now this uses, you know, Ocean, Oisin, instead of Noish, but yeah. Isabel, it's a fabulous question, and one that I actually have an answer to. So, the answer is that they don't really steal that much British Isles folklore, per se. That they specifically are stealing a body of Norse texts, primarily centered around Volsunga Saga and the Nibelungen, sort of the story of Sigurd the Dragon Slayer and the Nibelungs. Or the Niflungar. And they're stealing a body of Irish folklore that centers a little bit around, like, Finn McCool, but mostly around Cuchulainn and the Ulster cycle stories. And there is a specific reason for both of those threads. The specific reason for the Norse thread is Richard Wagner. The specific reason for the Irish thread is William Butler Yeats. And it's actually that easy. William Butler Yeats is a massive weeb. Oh, and Arthuriana, but Arthuriana does Arthuriana things. Like, everyone knows Arthuriana. There have been editions, retellings, and other renditions. Maybe T.H. White for part of the Arthuriana corpus, honestly. But it's... For the Irish and Norse strands, it is single people become mega popular in Japan, and their retellings of these stories become the centerpiece of massive literary circles that then look back to the quote-unquote home countries of these stories to try and bring in more material and keep translating things. Yeats is also just a massive weeb, so this flows both directions. And it's very funny. If you look at Japanese influences on the writings of William Butler Yeats, it's like, wow, this guy's the original weeb. You still love the story of him just kicking Crowley down the stairs? It is very funny. I'm gonna be real, it is very, very funny. You'd also... yeah, there's also a specific thread of Japanese games borrowing from Ultima, which is a D&D campaign turned into a video game. Isn't Dragon Quest specifically just Ultima? Obviously it's gained its own identity from that, but like... isn't like Dragon Quest like really, really famously just D&D getting ran into JRPG? You read maybe one or two Yeats runs in the Northern Anthology of English Literature as a kid. I had no idea that he was a weeb and a wizard. It's so good. I love how fucked up all these guys are.
The life of a bard
Alright,
is a poor
JCDC.
one, and
Have a
love
good night.
fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed.
Alright, well,
and swore revenge.
that's what we call an Ulster cycle poem right there. As to why it's called a cycle, I actually don't know off the top of my head. I'm guessing it's due to sort of the poetic structure of it, rather than it being the whole story goes in a cycle, but rather like specific poems sort of have a nested structure to them that kind of creates a U-shape.
Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong.
Oh
The
boy.
legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Again, right? The fact that this is just Ulster cycle stories that are getting ripped off. It's really not subtle here.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Uh-huh.
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth
Look at this
became
lore.
is a mystery. I suspect even to her. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself.
Mm-hmm.
The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Yeah, I love history. 19th and early 20th century history is so fun, or specifically occultist history. It's so fun, because it's all these super famous canonical literary figures, and then you realize that they're just fucked up dudes. Who are just way too... do not have healthy social outlets for their batshit insane theories. Hooray.
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters.
Also,
They
rocket
say that
scientists.
one day she hunted them all through the wilds
Yeah.
and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Seriously, he's just a dude who takes his LARPs way too seriously. Alistair Crowley.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Oh, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain.
Hey,
it matters not. Let us move
self-esteem. Oh, okay. Okay. Self-esteem.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Come on.
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you and your companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they?
Come on.
There's terrible news. Everyone is talking about a battle in the north between Loghain's men and Ban Bronik. The Ban was utterly crushed. Someone told me that he was meeting with Loghain to talk terms, but I don't believe him. Surely Loghain would
Well,
never
that's not good.
attack someone attempting to parley.
That's
what
not
I
good.
heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I mean, I'm selling today, but, you know, that's fine. I can sell this. Need to hold on to that, need to hold on to that. Can sell that. Can sell both of these. I do want to keep that, actually. Boop. 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 I will hold on to that one, that's probably fine. Where's my things I can sell? Actually though, there they are, garnet. Quartz. Fluorspar. 3 of them. Malachite. Still is not a lot of things. Honestly, let me move all these back until I have an idea of what the heck I'm going to do with them. Because there's no reason for me to hang on to all these literally free things that sell for nothing. Until I have a pet rock to do something with. Cool. That feels better.
Enchantment?
What
Enchantment!
What enchantment do we have? Oh, good. I can actually enchant a couple of things. Finally. Not that they're, you know, particularly good, but, install the root. Spell resistance, cold damage, spell resistance, fire damage. Cool. Good job, team. Should go get say... Where would I need to go in order to get said character? More emissaries?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars
No, they
of
don't.
the Chantry.
The Templars literally don't.
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Yeah, totally. I believe you so much. Papa. I know.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
I guess? Okay, we need to go to Denerim first. 'Cause... yeah. There's the caves, there's the other stuff. Are you playing Dalish? Yes.
Sire, I have more news.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he not?
Never! Marek and I drove those bastards out! We'll not roll out the welcome
yes.
now.
We
The
need help,
French.
Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own. I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Well, the genre's happiness is not boding very well for that. I'll be real.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
It is begun.
What do you think the odds are that... Oh wow, there's actually... yes, quite. This isn't ominous at all. No. No. What? Shocking. Oh hey! It's his best worst guy. Yes, my guy. Uh-huh.
The Grey Warden dies here!
Well, I think I picked a great party for this problem, to be honest. You're currently on bow, right? Beautiful. Win for the moment can do that. You for the moment can do that.
Enemies ahead!
Could just light everyone on fire, including ourselves. That seems fine. Right. Rejuvenate? No. Just straight up heal. Where am I? Ah, there. Ah, and there's archers up there too. Hang on. Let's solve that problem real quick. Well, he's... I think that works great. He's gonna walk straight into the problem, isn't he? Oh, oh, he did trigger it. Look at that. Good job, squad. He walked into a different trap.
I shall do it. Best be wary.
Come on, just land a shot.
No!
That was a good setup, too. Coming back from for a sec to say hi to your husband, Zevran.
Dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
That could be easily rectified.
Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
I'm rather happy you failed, yeah.
So would I be, in your shoes. For me, however, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Ventiva.
Ah, yes.
Very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak.
Ah, yes.
Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous. Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldans do?
No, it's just what the
Lock your
Dalish do.
prisoners?
Sorry.
Such cruelty. Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see. A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it. I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes?
Yeah.
Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service. I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least, as far as the Crows are concerned.
Yeah.
We need to see Logain then.
Okay.
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence.
I like
Not
him.
that I offered it. Precisely. Consider it something I'm throwing in for free. As it is, if you're done with the interrogation, I have a proposal for you, if you're of a mind.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause. So, let me serve you instead.
Quite, yes.
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair? I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really.
You know,
is it?
that's...
I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing. In which case, I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
No, that's fair.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an
No,
Antivan Crow join us
honestly
sounds like a fine plan.
reasonable.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers.
Okay, no,
surely.
no, don't.
Or maybe not.
Okay,
I
Zevran.
pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Cool. Thank you, squad. Well, good job, team. Let's...
Of all the...
Vashaden.
Yes. Yes.
I think this will be a very funny... These two are going to get along so badly. These two are going to get along so badly. I'm so excited. And, yeah, I guess... Be prepared for Zephyrin's maladaptive coping mechanisms of hitting on everyone. That's a feature. Right, he's not gonna... I don't think he's gonna stay on the party long term, because I'm gonna get tired of that. But right now... I think Alistair and Zevran are gonna have an interesting dynamic.
I shall do so.
Well, hello. A letter. Indeed. You like that every single party member hates every single other party member? Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You know... It's interesting. But, I don't know, I like stories where people actually get along with each other. I like stories where people actually get along with each other. Feels like that happens a shockingly low amount of the time. Oh good, we just walk in. Frankly, flawless victory. Oh yeah, I should take a look at his, you know, equipment and everything else. I sold all of my stupid other thing. Okay. Longsword and a crow dagger. And hardened leather armor. Random ass leather boots. I sold, like, everything that's actually, like, relevant and useful for him, huh? Teven longbow. Can you actually use this one already? Great, you can just use the good... You can just use the good longbow. I love that. That's a lot of decks. I'll be real, that's a lot of decks. And in which case, does that mean that we can have a good longbow? It sure does. Love that for us. Well, hello, Hunterfast. Welcome, welcome, raiders, welcome. Chat, wave at the raiders. What were you up to, Hunterfast? What brings you over? Yeah, right. From the lowest slaves to the welcome, welcome, welcome.
You must know that murder is wrong, I assume.
Really? Really, Win?
Are you speaking to me?
We're having that conversation?
You wish to leave your crows. A crisis of conscience.
Really? No.
Yes, that is exactly it.
No, Win.
Joke
Win.
if you wish, but I have the feeling that deep down you
Win.
regret the life you have lived.
Win, this is fun.
True. I regret it all.
Must you be such a child?
Yep.
Are you incapable of a single serious
no.
conversation?
I know. I'm terrible and it makes me sad. May I rest my head in your bosom?
Oh, Christ. Zevdan, don't make me regret this.
I'm certain.
Did
Zevdan.
I tell you I was an orphan?
Zevdan.
I never knew my mother.
Egad.
Zevdan, please. Okay, on that interesting note, welcome raiders. My name's Adam. And welcome everyone. Glad to see the fondness for Dragon Age Origins. This is my first time playing it. It's a great time. In the rest of life, I am a historian, hence the channel name, so we focus on history games mostly. So I'll be talking a bit about some of the influences of, like, history we see in the game. Because there is actually a lot of, you know, not very subtle real-world history going on behind the scenes in Dragon Age Origins, but otherwise we mostly do, like, history content, a lot of Last Train Home recently. Obviously, I've done a lot of Assassin's Creed, God of War, stuff like that, and talking, you know, museums, that sort of stuff, so if you like that, come hang out, hit the follow button, and as long as you feel like staying here, you are very, very welcome. I appreciate it, Hunter, thank you for the follow. Alright, so welcome to Denerim. We're just here for...
There is but one world, one life, one death. There is but one God, and he is our maker.
Yeah.
They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
What? No mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
Wow. Apparently there is, proselytizing? I was surprised that we haven't really seen a lot of non-chantry religions, and yet we still have proselytizing. And, either apostasy or just straight-up paganism. So that's cool. Oh, wow. Hunter, thank you for the 500 bits. It's super duper appreciated. Of course, Diamond Birdie, thank you for the follow as well.
Very well.
Alright, we've got a lot of back alley justice. Missing in action, find Rexel. Sadly, one of the heroes has gone resting. Rexel served in Terran Logain's vanguard with distinction. Upon his return, his wife said he was prone to quiet reflection and frequented the local taverns. Yeah. Master Fazil of the Guild of Free Sailors has informed this chanter that while about guild business, he is waylaid by... Oh, I love it. I love that we have secular guilds. This is the exact sort of guild that you'd see in the late Middle Ages, right? Professional guilds, like, textile workers. You could see, like, goldsmiths, printers, and travelers. Free sailors, so the merchant sailor has huge guilds in Venice, for instance. And so it's a nice bit of, like, world building that they know this sort of, church-guild relationship and the way that they actually support each other, and that's super cool. I think the intent is to hammer on that the chat just is Christianity. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's valid. Anyway, waylaid by bandits. In particular, sextant. Ooh. Alright. You know, let's just grab everything, even though it's, wasn't usual to, post troop movements, etc. Oh, and the One Damn Bob and Hardhouse HD, thank you for the follows as well. Good to see you all, good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. Refugees and Knight Commander Thames, Zerg creatures assaulting Red Cliffs. Yeah, let's just grab everything. We're probably not going to do most of these, but classic CRPG fashion. Let's just do it. Get some gold out of it if we need to. Have a good time.
The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises.
Okay.
In the name of Andraste, Bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house.
Sorry,
While the
since when?
is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Oma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar?
Yeah.
Guide them all.
Yeah. I think that's the first time I've heard Andraste be called Bride of the Maker, and that doesn't have, implications. No, sirree.
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim.
Yeah.
We've many more yet to hold.
Oh boy. And also, what's up with your
Are they
friend?
singing the chant now?
What's up with
It's a
this?
funeral,
What's his deal?
He should have retired to Val Royeaux years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this. He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the weak.
He's just quoting the
and
Psalms
do
at
not
us.
falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else. May the light of the Maker guide your steps.
Fair play. Quoting the Psalms at us is probably correct. But he is fully just quoting the Psalms.
One life.
But yeah, it is the bridegroom. It is weird bridal mysticism, but elevated to the deific instead of the monastic. So, Chan says the Maker heard Andraste sing about the plight for people and fell in love with her. I understand why we're saying Joan of Arc, that Andraste is just Joan of Arc reskinned. This is making increasing amounts of sense. But yeah, it also is, you're right, very reminiscent of a late medieval trend, or high and late medieval trend, that Marguerite Kemp is probably the most famous example of framing divine devotion as a literal marriage, with all of the extreme weirdness that comes off of that. Also, Margrethe Polita, Julian of Norwich, etc., and several others. In some ways, even Hildegard von Bingen.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Howe, right? Good for you. Make a spit on all those arrogant
You're saying
noble
that,
bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills.
Yep.
Skills of the street, you might say.
I mean...
No judgments here, mate. I want to help you.
Who?
The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I?
Yep.
I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself. Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying.
Done.
But I need to know what
your
else
job
you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know. More of a second story man, eh? So was I back in the day. The thrill of the hunt. Dodging guards, in and out, no one the wiser. Ah, the good life. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fellow really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restrained, right? So, what are you interested in?
Yeah.
I'm more of a man on a mission type. Chit-chat's boring if you ask me.
Fair enough. Can you help me get into the Palace District?
The Royal Guard would spot you on sight.
We tried.
The Palace District sits atop a tall mesa. Steep cliffs. Only one way in. And that's how they like it.
Alright.
I've got a place for you. Should be easy money for you. It'll cost 1 sovereign,
though. Since this is literally the first time we've heard coins be called sovereigns, why is he so cockney? I mean, I know why he's so cockney. Of course, it's because he's a thief, and that is how you communicate thieviness in video games, is by making them aggressively lower-class Londoners. Hooligans. You know. But also, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because a gold coin in Ferelden should probably be minted in the king's name and have the king's face stamped on it, because that's how you do.
Lady Sophie is an intimate of Al Hal. Real intimate. She's visiting the country, because that's what rich folk do when the whole bloody kingdom's in danger. Sorry, they just get me so angry. Her room in the Nord Noble Tavern is unattended. That means her valuables are just there for the taking. You've got the tavern staff to worry about, plus she has hired a guard. A very overworked, tired and bored guard, though. Just be careful and you should be fine. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, right, they call it a sovereign because it's a reference to the British coin of the same name. But, like, that's why it's called a sovereign, is because it's the coin with the sovereign's face on it. A penny doesn't have the sovereign's face on it. It's only later the larger currencies that do. Anywho, the line there about nobles running away to the countryside when everything is in danger is, very good. Because, have you read, oh, heck. Then I had the name. I literally just lost the name. The Decameron. Boccaccio. That's the name I was looking for. It is fully just rich people run away to the countryside during the Black Death when everything is terrible, and just
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden? The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps.
Well,
but lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot. And Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
Well then. How do you know who I am?
Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsmen at the palace.
Damn.
I must say, the sketch didn't do you much.
What passes for art these days?
Don't worry. Even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostagar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me.
Fair enough. Do you need any help?
What? You're serious?
Sure.
I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
What do you need me to
The name
do?
of the whorehouse is the Pearl.
Yup.
Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message.
Great.
I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just
well, good thing Morgan's not here.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
I mean, look, right? As long as, Morgan is not in the party, we should be okay. I mean, I've got an electric knife, so I'm just going to electrocute them all, but
I recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice.
Don't report me.
Killed my friend. And good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Satisfaction?
An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of...
We're just getting all the good history here, aren't we?
Meet me in the back alley behind the Nord Noble Tavern. There we will duel. So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Loghain's word? Do not try to worm your way out of it, traitor. In the back alley, we will duel.
I mean... I assume dueling culture is, generally frowned upon? I assume that it is, broadly speaking, frowned upon to be having duels in back alleys. Yes. Sir Landry. And 3 seconds. Dueling culture is extremely frowned upon in Ferelden and popular and accepted in Orlais. Well, I mean, okay, that's what we call a Three Musketeers stereotype moment. But, you know, fair enough. There was a lot of attempts in early modern France to regulate dueling culture, and they all failed. So, maybe there's something to be said here.
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you. Nothing at all, sir. I am honor-bound to kill you now.
Alright.
May the Divine look after you, sir. You've held yourself with honor. Begin.
It's too overwhelming to be a single moment. Oh. You know, the point stands.
It shall be done. Very well. As you say.
Gonna have to try harder than that.
There's no glory in bloodshed.
Ooh, I didn't want that result. I just wanted to knock him out.
Sir Landry couldn't have asked for a nobler death.
I just wanted to knock him out and be like, come on, I win. You can stop now. Oh well. Relation Chevalier are so into dueling it becomes honestly a little goofy. Yeah. The dwarves also do gladiatorial combat. Well, this isn't... That isn't better. That might be worse.
It shall be done.
Uh-huh. Cool. Neat. Hey, 3 gold for my trouble. That's pretty good. Well, you held yourself with honor, used below the belt. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Look, everything we did is nice and above board, and nothing bad can possibly happen.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
Yep, that was a line read.
Dwarven craft.
That is one of the line reads of all time. Gosh, I have no idea where anything is. Wade's Emporium. Let's just look around. I saw a couple of different shops. I want to look around and see what else we've got around here. A lot of doors we can't go into. Another quest I can pick up arbitrarily. Look at that. Accept. 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 Ooh, another Maleficaro. Fine dwarven crafts. Fresh from Orzammar. Come and get them. Fine dwarven crafts.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God.
Come back with Alistair at some point.
They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
Well, here's a door. Door of a blood mage's relative. Well, you know, fair enough. I should probably pay attention to what that quest is supposed to be, huh? Denerim's back alleys. Uh-huh. Oscar veteran. Fazil Sextant. Uh-huh. Go to the remaining homes of acute plasma mage relatives. Smear a vial of goat's blood on it. Oh. Oh, we're fully doing... Oh, that's not suspicious at all. I did not realize that was what we were doing. But, you know, fair play. Fair play. The Wonders of Thedas. A warehouse. Yes, quite. Now, game. Game, you must think I'm really foolish. Okay. Okay. Be that way. Whew. I mean, it's not good, but it is that. You always hear that it's flying worm and crap. You know, that looks probably right. Totally no rooms behind that shelf. Nope. None at all. Chef.
Yes, make it quick. Strange. Let's see this. I knew it. I gave that man the best 7 weeks of my life. Well, I guess he won't have me to push around anymore. Ha!
Okay, goodbye.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities.
What? What's the antiquities?
You would like to see?
Hit me with the antiquities. That's a very... Oh gosh, there's no choice. Right, chat? Right, like... I simply must purchase it, must I? I've been had. An ancient map of the Imperium. An ancient wine-stained map showing the boundaries of the ancient Tevinter Imperium. Plus 20 physical resistance? Holy crap. Cold Iron being good again. Yup. Between the Archivist belt and the just Twitch. I feel like I've got rolled. Tome of Arcane Technique for way too much money. And cool. Twitch. And the Archivist sash. I understand. You can't wear the belts. Yeah. Streamer ring acquired. At least does actually technically have synergy with our enchantment. So it's not like completely useless, but still streamer ring acquired. Someone else, wear a random iron ring. Oh. It actually provides a bonus. That's very funny. Otherwise, you've got a Viridium Longsword and a Viridium Longsword. You know, that makes sense. Cool. What else have we got here? We've got a very nice Dragon's Cat. We've got a fish. That's a pretty messed up looking fish. I'm not gonna lie. We've got a giant amethyst. We love geodes. My family owns so many geodes. I would kill for one that big. Like, not even a joke. I would kill for a geode that big. That rules. That's so nice. You know, if it didn't have the other texture underneath it, it would be a very nice painting. Ah, yes. Illithid skulls. Or I suppose technically Darkspawn. That's just Greek. That's... Sorry. I was gonna ramble about, you know, geodes and my family's collecting of them, but, anyone know Greek? Chat? Chat? And any Greek readers? No? Damn. I was not expecting to see just Greek in my fantasy video game. Usually they have random scribbles, right? Look. The vast majority of the time they have random illegible scribbles. And more vague like 15th century notebook, like Da Vinci's notebooks emulating scribbles. It's very rare that you just see perfectly legible language, and even rarer that the perfectly legible language is Greek. You wonder if that's supposed to be Tevinter text? Entirely possible. It would be interesting. Yes, quite. Jenna TV's home. See, that's a good aqueduct right there. Well, a good bridge. Waylon.
Yes? What are you doing here?
Who?
My name is Waylon. I'm the assistant of the scholar Brother Genetivi. This is his house. This is a private dwelling. I would appreciate it if you left.
Oh.
He's an eminent scholar and researcher who serves the Great Chantry. When you first came in, I was hoping that you had news of Brother Genetivi. Wishful thinking, it seems.
Well, that's not good.
I haven't seen Brother Genetivi in weeks. He said no word. It's so unlike him. Genetivi was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I fear he has gotten too close to the truth.
Is this where the urn that Andraste's ashes are supposed to, like the relic that Andraste's ashes are supposed to be held in? I feel like that's supposed to be.
I thought it was just a myth until I saw Brother Genetivi's research.
Yep.
Brother Genetivi devoted his life to finding Andraste's remains.
I suppose I could have just clicked through the dialogue, huh?
Well enough alone. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genetivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day.
Where was he looking?
I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi, and they too have disappeared.
Where?
No, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them.
Correct.
And ill luck should befall you too.
Correct.
This search is a curse on all of us.
No.
Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now. So be it.
Grail quest.
All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
Back there?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the
inn.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
Yep.
I know it sounds suspicious, but I swear I'm not lying. It's been a very difficult time for me, and sometimes I don't know what to think or feel.
Okay.
I want Genetivi to be rescued, but I don't want more people to be hurt. You understand, don't you?
Sure.
Good luck. May you find the answers you seek.
Time to find the Grail. Yep. Look, I think it's going to be a great time. I don't think a single bad thing happened to a single person who ever went on the rail quest. It definitely hasn't toppled kingdoms, no.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there.
Oh, sorry. I got turned around.
Yes. Nothing interesting there anyway.
Nothing. Uh-huh. Nothing interesting. There. And
You've returned. You haven't gone to the inn, have you? Ah, of course, of course. The legend states that Andraste's ashes were stolen by her followers and hidden away. Brother Genitivi knew more about it, but he was secretive about his discoveries.
Mm-hmm.
I am merely an assistant to a poor scholar.
Yeah.
I fetched his tea and warmed his slippers by the fire. Occasionally, I would help him organize his notes.
Yep.
He was an elderly man, kind, a little eccentric.
Mm-hmm.
He was very devoted to his quest for the urn of sacred ashes and spent many hours buried in his books and his notes.
Yep.
His research was his life.
I'm noticing you're using exclusively the past tense. Do you freak out if I go into this room? No? Oh, on the worship of dragons. That's fun. Do you freak out if I go into this room?
Good shot.
Yes, quite.
It shall be done.
Yes, quite. Yoink. Yoink. You can keep your clothing, I don't care. Yes, quite. Who could have predicted this outcome? Look, if I could have bullied you into letting me in, it would have been fine. Instead, let's take a look at what we just picked up. Ancient myths, ramblings about local legends and ancient trade routes. One passage stands out. The village of Haven in the Frostbacks seems a good place to start. Pity it's not on any maps. Yes, quite. Yes, quite. On the betrayal of Andraste. Well...
Very well.
Brace yourself, this section is wildly finicky. Oh, good. Just what I love. Wildly finicky. Stuff. One of the places of all time. Are we gonna take that down? See, this is what I expect fantasy stuff to look like. Friends of the Great Warden assemble. Oh. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
I understand.
Maker, don't be so melodramatic. It's a temporary lockdown, not a performance of Dane and the werewolf.
Okay, I want to read that.
Order the gates sealed until order is restored. No more than a day or two.
Okay, but as
they were writing, killed the Earl's son.
Ooh.
With the whole Urian family dead.
Yep.
The regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the aliens.
Gee, I wonder why they fucking rioted.
When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Who could have predicted that they would riot?
I hear the regent is saying that any band that doesn't do what he tells them is going to get trounced.
From the word go, says, what if we do massive purges?
dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts.
It's not even a right. It's just the city elf origin backstory. I mean, point taken. Point taken. But I mean, it could still be a riot. Not mutually contradictory. Just we are extremely pro-rioters.
Welcome, friend.
Uh-huh.
We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How? You're obviously not from around here. Wade is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
Tell me more.
That's not true, Herin.
Okay.
The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you forced me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop.
Can I just see what you have for sale? Oh wow, yeah, these are all garbage. I'm impressed. These are actually all garbage. That's fine. Master Wade, hit me with the good stuff.
Customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry. Wade is a genius. Truly, you will be astonished by his work. But he doesn't deal.
And tell her I don't want her looking over my shoulders making doe eyes at me either. I'm thinking, blast it all.
Truly sorry, sire.
Are these guys in a relationship? They feel like they're in a relationship. They feel like they're in a relationship. I'm getting the vibes are going off. Now I just need to figure out where the goat's blood. Nothing ominous about that. Nope. Not at all. Not even slightly. Not even a little bit. I can't believe that our solution to the entire solution to blood mages is to actually mark their houses in blood. Like bonkers ancient sacrifice rituals. Presumably reminiscent of the marking, like, the 9th plague and the Passover, but, still, wildly ancient. Also, the opposite of Passover. Fuck this house in particular.
My brother says he's leaving for the free market.
Well, alright. The tavern. The final plague. I got the holiday right. Got half of it.
This is where the nobility comes to get drunk and decide who is the most self-important of them all.
Oh, great.
Good times.
Great. They got dogs on the wall. I like them already.
What can I get you, stranger? Harold Wolf has gone to Denerim to plead his case with Tyrion Loghain, I hear. West Hills has been hit hard by the Darkspawn, and Wolf wants the fighting over the throne to stop. Anything else you need? Tyrion Loghain has announced that whatever happened to Ban Bronick will happen to any other nobleman who doesn't live up to the oath he swore to serve the throne. There's a lot of folks angry about it. Some of the Ban Orn who weren't saying anything are now saying that Loghain is trampling on their rights as sovereign lords.
Oh, good.
Seems like
We're
more fighting is inevitable.
so we're just gonna get Baron's Revolt Fantasy Edition?
Anything else you need?
Actually, I don't know why I'm surprised about that. That just checks out. Baron 13th Century Baron's Revolt Fantasy Edition is exactly right. With, you know, a good king who loves fighting, gets killed, and is replaced by a relative who is probably a more competent administrator in good times. But this is not good times. And so manages to, you know, wage war with the French and piss off literally everyone and cause a massive Baron's Revolt. I feel like I've heard this one before, chat. Really feels familiar. I mean, father-in-law, sure. But still, counts. Familial, literally familial relative. So,
are you a very religious man, Alistair? I'm curious.
Uh-oh.
I believe I heard you say you were raised in an abbey.
I was raised in a castle. I was schooled in the abbey. As far as being religious, I don't know. Not especially. What about you? Not in your line of work, I expect.
Why do you say that? I happen to be quite devoted in my way, as most Antivans are.
Uh-huh.
Truly? But you kill people for money.
Yeah.
And I ask forgiveness for my sins from the Maker every chance I get. What manner of monster do you think I am?
But you ask forgiveness and then you go right on with your sinning.
The Maker has never objected. Why should you?
I have no idea.
Well, there you go. Perhaps you ought to think about asking for a little forgiveness yourself, huh?
Alistair, I can't believe that you got rolled that thoroughly. Now get in here and be quiet.
It is begun.
Well, good show. What's in this door? It's opening up everything. We're exploring. Ooh. I like that art a lot. A lot. Severin's Catholic energy is off the charts. Uh-huh. I like that art less. See, this art, well executed, doesn't do anything for me. Feels like game concept art, like character references. This art, now that's got style.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull. Another round for me men. I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes.
Anyway, I didn't really detect that this is really just right. That Caitlyn is not very subtly Richard the Lionheart. Because, you know, I'm too used to Good King Richard being a whole ass lie. You know, he is kind of just the worst. But, and guess what?
Warden, rumours are flying about the break-in at the Nord Noble Tavern. And for some odd reason, no one feels too sorry.
How did they already? I know news travels fast in cities, but Jesus.
Are you interested in more? I have a big opportunity for you. 4 sovereigns.
Perhaps later.
I'll be here when you need me.
Perhaps later. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck this Raids Emporium and the city map. Okay, I guess we should just head to the city map. Like, I thought... But there was a thing. Kaelin loves not British Fereldans. Exactly, right? He actually likes... Gee. I wonder if the dirty back alley has things. But yeah, rightfully just is Richard the Lionheart, except, you know, the Errol Flynn filmic stereotype of Richard the Lionheart versus... Well, Zevran, time to see you in combat, huh? Heroic offense. Alistair, go do Alistair things. Light everyone on fire. No. Should probably not do that. Dual striking. Zevran. Flurry. And a dual weapon sweep. Everyone feeling okay? Yep. Another dual weapon sweep. Off we go. Wait, Zevran, where are you going? Oh. You know, Zevran, keep doing that. Actually, unironically, keep doing that. Right. And if you are now dead, the two of you can go roll this guy. Nice work. Nice work, squad. Go on.
Ready.
Same for you, Win. He romanticized the valor of battle and good intentions, but he's just, like, naive, disengaged, and not very good at his job. So, Richard the Lionheart. I don't know what to say. Like... I know a good King Richard when I see a good King Richard. And Logain is then, of course, bad King John, right? Like, quite transparently, if Kaelin is good King Richard, Logain is bad King John. And that's very funny if it weren't,
I shall do it.
You know, depressing, because we're getting Baron's War 2.0 Fantasy Edition.
It is begun.
Love big historical. Also, didn't he get on really good terms with Orlais, which is why they were sending troops to help? I mean... They at least seem to be willing to send troops to help. I don't know if that's because they're on really good terms with anyone, but they were sending troops to help. Kaelin always gave me Sebastian of Portugal vibes, raised in the castle, got his head filled with tales of crusaders, chivalrous knights. William got himself killed in Morocco at the age of 18. Yeah, that'd do it. Another great example. Not an example that's well known in Anglo-American audiences, but a great example of it nonetheless. Right? Get brought up on stories of how cool that your father really liked, of all these cool things, and forget to, you know, have reality, and get themselves killed for it. Just kind of checks out. Indeed.
That scamp Kylon sent you, right? Glad he hasn't forgotten about us. The mercenaries are right there. If you're here about other things, just speak up.
Do I want to know?
off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. Fool. And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without...
Quite the opposite, actually.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see. You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard. And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
Quite, yes. Perhaps some...
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lomerin.
Huh.
And Isabella, my dear, you will no doubt be amused to discover that I am traveling with a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Charmed. Yes, the siren's call. My pride and joy. She's seen me from my own ravine and the Isle of Lomerin to the coast of Parvolin. All I need is my ship and the wind at my back. And once my men have had their fill of the pleasures of dry land, we will be off again. We are getting as far away from this blight as possible. Hey, I'm not going anywhere near the blight.
See,
and you'd get away too if you had any...
Here's the deal, Isabella. We underwent a treatment by the power of drinking dubious potions.
Even to the other side of the far Underfells. The sea will look after
I think it removed all the common sense from our heads. We thought that the King of Portugal had survived for at least some time after the battle, but an archaeologist found the battle site of Pontus' helmet, and there was a bullet hole through it. Well, yeah.
I have picked up skills from many different places, and turned them into a method distinctly my own. Speed, not strength, is what is essential.
Cool.
I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn.
Isabella really got to glow up in Dragon Age 2? Good. Deserves it.
It will take you years of practice to achieve true mastery of the style, but I can teach you the basics. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better, so we shall call for a drink.
Yeah.
And you will honor me with a game. Have you ever played Wicked Grace? It is easy to learn, but difficult.
Obligatory
to
minigames.
You must watch your opponent's moves as carefully as your own.
Obligatory
Before
minigames, let's go.
The cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to?
You shuffle them.
Very well.
Beware, she cheats. Shocking. I'm staggered.
That should be sufficient. 5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win. Ah, a wonderful card for me. Please, keep your hands to yourself.
Alright.
Ha! The Angel of Death card. The game is over. We must show our hands. Ah, quite a good hand, sweet thing. Perhaps enough to best a lesser player. I have 3 angels, Fortitude, Truth and Charity, and the Night of Dawn. I win. Still undefeated after all these years. Will I never meet my match?
I wish to play again.
You're a good sport. Another game then. Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to? Good. Go ahead then.
Cut the cards.
Are you done yet? 5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win.
Yep.
Oh, I think this card will come in handy. I have a good feeling about this game. Ha! The Angel of Death card.
Yep.
The game is over. We must show our hands. I don't think I've ever seen quite so odd a hand. None of your cards match.
Darn.
I have 4 knights.
Shocking.
Roses, ages, sacrifice, and wisdom. It beats your hand. Still undefeated after all these years. Will I never meet my match? Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I? Good. Go ahead then.
We'll try it one more time.
Are you done yet?
Yep.
5 cards each.
Yep.
The Night of Dawn. Just what I wanted. I shall draw another card. And you may draw another too, if you wish.
Got it.
You certainly have quick reflexes. I'm quite impressed.
Got it.
And as for me cheating, well, the game does not matter. I just wanted to see if you could outwit me.
Third tries the charm.
You have proven yourself quick and resourceful, and I would be honored to pass my skills on to you.
There we go.
Come, we will need some space for this.
Specializations, let's go. I like her. I like her a lot. We also haven't had any specializations yet. So, you know, that's fun and exciting. Character record. No. Skills? I feel like I don't remember any of the things here. I guess, do I need to level up or something before I can do it? I thought I had a point to do things. Specialization, duelist. There we go. Hey, guess what?
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for White Falcons only. We're the toughest, meanest, and loudest mercenary band from the Free Marches.
One of those sentences is true.
If you haven't heard of us yet, you will soon. Now get out. Get a load of this guard. You're telling us what to do?
Dino, welcome for the 3 months of tier 1 in advance. I super duper appreciate it.
That's supposed to scare me. The Falcons get to hunt. Everybody looks sharp.
Well, Zev done. Zevran, no killing. Right, there's a rule. It's no killing. Said nothing about not, you know, ruining people's day. Just no killing. You've got a lot of abilities.
Make her protect me. Mercy! Mercy! We'll leave. We'll do whatever you want. Just no more.
There we go. Problem solved. I mean, I suppose we could have fleeced them on the way out, but we're playing a generally good character. Yes, the whole raising stories of knights and failed as the kings what gave right to the all good rulers are naive trope. I think it's just, yeah, general cynicism more than any, like, particular... like, any particular origin point, but... it's good. Okay, we're getting around 5.
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the pearl.
Oh.
Scrapes, bruises, and a few broken things, but no deaths. You showed restraint. The pearl's workers will...
Some of those men were my guard dogs. Anyone hurts one of the White Falcons, they answer to me.
Uh-huh.
I see. Don't bother sparing these louts. Things are about to get messy.
Well... game, I want to zoom out. No? Am I not allowed to zoom out? Oh, it was like I was stuck against the... Wait, literally that's what was happening. I was stuck against the geometry up there. That's very funny. Well, Win, go run over here. Lina. Oh, Zevran's not even at full health again yet. That's fine. There we go. Flame Blast. The light them on fire solution. Heroic offensive on you. City guards are not doing super duper well. But importantly, everyone else is. Come on, get knocked over. I think it'll be very funny if you get randomly knocked. Oh, rip. Momentum? Momentum. Lina, I need you to help. Though I do have the power of just do this. Do a weapon sweep. Alistair, how are you doing? They did tell us that they're pampered nobles who barely know how to use a sword. You're not wrong. I suppose. Yep, Kylan, you're in worse shape. So,
I am ready.
Alistair, where are you going? Oh, there's one more guy in the back corner? Oh, the captain was off on his merry way to go do something over here.
And people actually voluntarily attack you. Are they just stupid?
Alistair, you're a little bit in the way.
I might have more work if you're interested.
Alistair.
But I'm heading back to the market district.
Alistair.
Back alleys are just too dangerous for
Alistair.
me.
Alistair. And you're welcome to believe in your, brown cause. I know exactly what you mean, and I'm glad you appreciate, what we try and do here, and that you support it. It is very, very appreciated. So, anyway, that, went well. That went. And as was noted, yeah, they do explicitly and actually just say, right, they're pampered nobles who barely know how to swing a sword, which is explicitly actually a commentary that's made of city guards in the time period where they are first created. Another one? Stop attacking me in the back alleys. Good lord. What do you think you're going to accomplish? Like... Well, that's an interesting dilemma. Zevran, have fun? I believe in him. We're just gonna focus on keeping him healed up. Like, I guess swap to your ranged weapons, you can try and do stuff, and otherwise, Wynn can just, focus on buffing him up. I'm sure it's okay. Sure, nothing bad can possibly happen from this. From just, literally sinking as many resources as you can. It worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. Cool.
It is begun.
One of these squads,
Perhaps
right?
I could have a try at that.
Right. No. There could be no better trial run for the new ability skills. I'm not impressed by his ability to pick locks. I'm impressed by his ability at stabbing people, though.
This won't take long.
I'm gonna be real. He's very good at that.
This won't take long.
Hooray. We made it. Correctly. To another fight. One of these years, we will walk into a back alley, and it will not be... Let's take on 15 people. I guess that's fine. And as was noted, people for some reason voluntarily attack us. Oh, goodbye. Hello? That was weird. Yeah, Zebra is mean for not having very high lockpicking skills when you first meet him. I mean, he's not a go lockpicky do stuff sort of guy, right? Like, he is an assassin, not a thief. I know that, like, we expect assassins to also be thieves out of D&D, but, like, that's his job. His job is stabbing people, and he is evidently very good at that job. Like, he beat a 7v1 without even particularly trying. Also, he's hot. Well, you know, your words, not mine. It's a specialization of rogue, yeah, but like, we hear that out of you know, assassin be like a subclass of rogue in, or a special prestige class of rogue in Dungeons & Dragons 3.5.
We're about to send the boys to hunt you down. Boss says kill him.
Oh. Well, thank you for the cutscene about that. I guess. Gank, do whatever you need to. No? Alright, now get him. Win? Run over this way, please. Ah, good enough. Hey, squad, sorry. Where's my taunt? Threaded. Because I need them to not be aggro quite as much on Win. Not that Win's in any threat. It's more just the principle of the thing. Do you get any new abilities from the duelist specialization? I got a couple. I got some stats immediately, but everything else I think I need to level up to get. I didn't see any abilities, new abilities unlock just by like existing in duelist. Ah.
As you say.
Yes, quite. That's unfortunate. Finished one quest, got another one. Found and eradicate the Maleficarum in the alienage. Well, unlucky. I'm not sure how I feel about being asked to, you know, do chantry violence.
Let me be.
At the same time, blood magic seems like, broadly speaking, not good news. I did do the Isabella thing already, Ran. We did that, like, what, 45 minutes ago at this point? So, we are duelists, we just haven't done anything. Also, she rules. For the record. Yeah.
Yes?
Nothing, I guess.
Whatever you say.
What's... What? Huh? That outfit has a lot going on and it kind of broke me. I'm a bit, Those were some of the most horns on the helmet I've seen in a long time.
It shall be done.
Thug. Thug. Gang leader. Gang leader has scale boots. That's exciting. Okay, then. So you have Zevran and Morgan. Yep. I've got Zevran. I've got Morgan. I've got... Liliana. I've got Sten. I've got basically everyone I can have right now. I think. As far as I know. Spooky. That was a not at all suspicious musical sting.
As you say. It's a trap.
Go. Time for more battle.
Come on, disable the trap. Everyone else can go in and do their thing. Please let me. Qunari mercenaries. Blood mage. Yeah, that'd do it. Win, back up. And then heal. And you're doing your thing now. We love to see it. Alistair's doing Alistair things. Win, just like roll the Qunari mercenary. We do need to shale. We do need to get shale yet, yes. Missing shale and Ogren. But like, we haven't even been into the right parts of the world to go get either of them. Right? Like, I hear you that we need to get them yet, but as far as I know, we've not, like... We haven't had an opportunity to do so. Are drunken dwarves really that much of a oh, yes.
As you say.
Absolutely, yes. There's... Specifically, right, I think it comes out of, you know, the association that is largely, though not exclusively, a result of dwarves being associated with Vikings. Right, some of it is just like random, you know, well, you know, the Scots are always drunk. But some of it is... So, oh. Point taken. This guy's about to get rolled, holy shit. But right, some of it is random, while the Scots are drunkards. And some of it, given that it's often, like, ale and mead, that it becomes, an association of sort of the warrior culture and the get drunk do fight of medieval Germanic cultures. Right, I mean, because get drunk and do fights is a very well-established trope. Let me be very clear. Lots of people do get drunk, do fights. So there's 3 archers there. Who is... Oh, there's also a tripwire. Suppose I should disable that, huh? Oh, heck, no. Well, that worked. That just wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. They're gonna actually attack? Okay. In the Marcus Hines Dwarf series, most of the Deuteragus for most decide the dwarf learning to be dwarf is drunk and fun. True. We do need more just drunken elves, because I think that's also... That's fun design. Also, every mercenary on the planet here should be trying to roll this. Stop yelling and start doing things. Ah, we are fully stuck on this. Okay. Cool, you're already doing it. Alistair, you might end up just walking into the trap because I can't actually do a lot about it. But luckily, Alistair has the rule of go beat up mages. And so he should be trying to go beat up mages. Well, you two take out of him. Oh. Alright, yeah, Alistair's just gonna roll him. Dwarves make ale, elves make wine. You're not wrong. Tolkien is very explicit on this, of course. That the dwarves make ale, and the elves make wine. And it is the good wine, because if you've read The Hobbit, you know full well that the good wine can get elves drunk. It's just not easy to do. Peter Jackson kinda misses the mark there. Gee. Huh. Who could have predicted? My door's just open? Okay. Don't follow me. We're gonna try and sneak. Oh. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how you saw me. It's fine though. It's all fine. Win. Heal. There we go. Alistair, can you roll these blood mages real quick, please? Like, I'm not worried about the mercenaries. I am much more worried about the blood mages. Yeah, go! Go! Get up! Get up! He has no mana, he can't do anything. Alcohol must be wild and poisonous. I mean, that's also just alcohol. Kinda definitionally. Well, that's not optimal. They're managing to do like a real shit job on controlling, like, for how important so many things are in this. You're cute. Who are you? What's your story? Reveal to me your secrets, statue. Can we pet the statue? It looks like a dog. Aww. Apparently it's not a dog, it is a flamethrower. Who allowed that? Who planned that? I take it back, I no longer want to pet the dog. That was very rude of you. Did you know that, puppy? That was extremely rude. Anyway, I like this ruined tower. See, it's the mage's tower. Because mages have towers. And even if you make fun of it, the mages need to have towers.
It is begun.
Lyrium potion, and elf fruit, and a chessboard. And I guess a mirror? Random scientific notes. Random skull. God, everyone... Frog dissection? Why do we have a frog with a... Once again, it's in Greek. I mean, I thought it was typewritten, but no, it's just Greek. Watch this. Oh. Don't watch that. Not the whole overlay moving. That's not right. We're just gonna zoom in real quick on the Greek. This is the sort of detail you come to this channel for, right? Observing that the label on the arbitrary semi-dissected frog is written in Greek. Well, chat goes on about Discworld, which frankly is probably a better use of time. Like, I'm not even going to pretend that I am the important factor here. Discworld is just important news. I guess that's a point in favor of Greek being Tevin? Yeah, I guess. Seems like a good enough explanation for me. Make that a little bit smaller. Okay, we're good. You can't read any of it on account of seeing the screen from a phone. Well, you know, that's fair. I can't read any of it on account of not reading Greek. It's December. It's definitely within bounds of reason to read the Hawkfather. 100% within the realm of reason to be like, yeah, it's Hawkfather time. If the Hydra is also a trap, I'm going to be so mad. We'll finish it in a day or two, and it's only the 3rd. Point taken.
Immediately.
Sorry. No! Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
It is begun.
What? It's also a fire trap? Who could have predicted this? Not revival. We'll just do regeneration on Alistair real quick. Alistair, you doing okay? Like, come on, we just gotta break the barricades. Alistair, what are you doing? Oh, there's Adatos. Hello, welcome. I guess that's a decision that my party could have made. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. It is good to see you all. Ow. 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 You came in at a bit of a stressful time, but I am happy to see you all. What's my whole squad doing? TBH. Alright, that should give everyone enough oomph. Wanted to watch some Dragon Age, good. So tell me of your day, what have you been up to? I need to use a lyrium potion on you. Or use. Cool. You are going to use one of these. Oh. Never mind, he's just gonna die because he's wildly overwhelmed. Where's my whole squad? Like, what's he doing? That was so... That was pretty spooky. I'm gonna be real. I guess I'll just wait for Zevran. Oh. The heck? Darthright, hello. Yep. You came in at probably a super stressful moment because everything just went wildly off the rails for no obvious reason. Inventory, greater health poultice. Just use that real quick. Nice. You roll the Blood Mage, you're gonna try again on a revival spell. Nope. Oh, revival's not up yet. That's valid. Then we're gonna drop an Earthquake, honestly, on the whole squad here. See if we can knock some of them over. Lina is going to die again. TBH. Oh, yeah, that's, you know, valid. Everyone being on the floor probably checks out. Greater Lyrium Potion, we'll use that on you, so that you have enough mana to... Oh, Revival's not up again, because I literally just missed Alistair. That's valid. Zevran, where are you? Stuck on the floor. He's stuck on the floor, because the only people who have failed this whole stand up, don't die check is my own characters.
It is begun.
Literally the only people who have failed this. Zevran has not been on his feet in like 15 minutes. This is pretty intense. Oop. Zevran, are you up now? Good. Roll this guy real quick, please. When you need to heal yourself using a health poultice. That's alright, we haven't had a hard fight in a good long time. Oh, okay. Now everyone's aggroed. That's fine. No, this is fine. Nothing bad can possibly happen from, you know, any of this. Yup. This is fine. Pass that on anywhere out. Uh-huh. Inventory, health poultice use. As long as you can heal yourself up. Do you have... No, you're still not even close on that. We are going to win this fight, it just was not pretty. Oh gosh, and Win is wildly low on health, and there is nothing I can do about it. So just let Zevran on fire real quick. And pray that that is good enough. Kill the Blood Mage! You buffoons. Please. So, Win literally hard carried me this fight. But Xanatos, it was lovely to have you around. Sorry that you came in at a bad time for me to introduce myself properly, but I hope I will see you around. I appreciate the follow. Salty Cookie as well. I appreciate the follow for you too. We do a lot of history streams, so when we are not busy losing in combat, we talk a lot about history, talk about the historical fun facts that kind of inspired this game. But get some food, and we will talk more soon. And now that we're alive, let me introduce myself to everyone properly. So, hello everyone, hope you enjoyed that masterpiece of tactical design. I'm Adam. Here at Looter History, we do mostly history games. I'm actually a trained historian. So, that's what we largely focus on. So, since Dragon Age Origins is medieval fantasy, right, we'll put scare quotes around all of that, we get to talk a lot about, you know, the inspirations behind it, sort of some of the histories we see, some actual stories that inspire some of the characters in the game. Like we talked about some Irish Irish legendary legends earlier on. So we get to just hang out, have a good time. When we're not playing medieval fantasy, we do a lot of other history games. So right now, a lot of RTSs, and a lot of really great CRPGs coming up real soon. So welcome everyone. If you do like that, we stream every weekend and at least once during the week, so hit that follow button. And otherwise, just come hang out, ask questions, have a good time. Super chill place, and we're glad to have you around. Okay, now, we didn't die. Frankly, I'm staggered we didn't die. Do you learn combos? We can combo some effects. I've looked up... I've seen a couple. But for the most part, I've just kind of been vibing with it because we're not playing on hard mode. We're playing on the easiest difficulty because I am that bad at this game. But man, these characters sure decided to make some decisions on how they routed around. Dual weapons are effective, but historically very questionable. Well, if we are a duelist specialization, then they are historically okay. Right? Because in, say, 18th century French and Italian duel culture, and honestly earlier than that, as far back as the 16th century, right, the weapons you have are rapier and dagger. Now, 2 rapiers is a silly, it's fun, but it's a very silly weapon. 2 arming swords, even sillier. But rapier and a dagger? Yeah, that's extremely well attested. I mean, Shakespeare references it, right? When Hamlet asks what's gonna be the duel against Laertes, the answer, or what weapon shall we use? Rapier and dagger. That's 2 weapons, but okay. Is, you know, just a joke that Shakespeare historically makes. And so that is like the one exception to dueling, to dual weapons being super duper well attested. Yeah, we got duelist specialization. I guess we'll do more of that. And we'll do more cunning, just because. I'm tired of not being able to unlock everything. So, duelist. We have another thing. Keen defense, upset balance. We could also get riposte. Or flurry. Let's grab duelist. Good job, team. Knowing Shakespeare is probably a dick joke. In this case, I think it is just a, like... It is primarily a joke, about how sort of inept, the guys the noble he's talking to is, Oswin, I think? I see, we're just gonna have to, like, kind of send it, aren't we? This is fine. Everything's fine. Nothing bad happens. Nope, don't worry about it. I just want to select one person. Go over here. Alistair, you know the deal. Blood Mage. Your job is purely to ruin this Blood Mage's day. And Wynn can set up in the corner. Needs to cast a couple of heals. TBH. Oh, Rip? You fell over real fast, dude. He went from, I can take on the world, to, I got rolled in, like, 1 round flat. And not a lot of time. Health poultice, thank you. Trying to attack you. Alistair, I'm glad you've been, like, good at any of this. Ta-da! Ta-da! What do you think of Pirate Lady? Oh, I am glad that you guys told me about, you know, in Dragon Age 2 we're gonna get the redesign. That is awesome. And be like, hey, guess what? The Pirate Queen, who is clearly inspired, at the bare minimum, right, presumably Ottoman, or Andalusian, right? Name suggests Spanish, name suggests particularly, Southern Spanish, So probably, like, Islamic Moroccan ancestry, right? So, in other words, either questionable likeness,
Is it luck or providence?
but yeah,
No matter. You will not survive this!
it was very good. Alistair, Blood Mage Leader. That looks like a you job. Lina and Zevran go take on this guy. And Alistair, I'm going to be focused on you so that you actually do the thing that you are supposed to do. Which is to say, shield pummel. Ow. Ow. That hurt. Please don't do that again. We're also going to mark you. Now we're going to mark a death you. Alistair, I swear to God. You make this unnecessarily difficult by constantly going the other direction. Oh. Zevran, I need you to shut that guy down. I mean, we will also shut you down by the power of lighting you on fire. Alistair, pick someone and stick to it. Thank you. Zevran can go take on this guy. Alistair can continue doing that. And now everyone just rolls this guy. You have hit the nail on the head for the approximate vibes of Ravane. I'm shocked. What? The Barbary Corsair character is a Barbary Corsair? So, right, the historical reference here is a very late medieval and throughout the early modern into the 19th century. Sort of pirate state, right, of that are known as the Barbary Corsairs. So they're based on the islands, right, so Mallorca, Minorca, and Morocco, including the city of Rabat, for quite a long time. Like, Thomas Jefferson talks about them, and the city of Tripoli. So, into the end of the 1700s, they continue to actually be a pretty important force in sort of Western Mediterranean politics. They're not... It's kind of a problem, but they are responsible for raids all over the damn place. That was,
It is begun.
And it is very, very clear, right, that Isabella is referencing them.
As you say.
And so the idea that she is, you know, Amazigh or Ottoman or Arab, so Turkish or Arab or Amazigh, makes sense. Like, that's probably as it should be. That is the, if that's the cultural icon, that should be the visual icon. It just works. It just works. And so, I don't know, the idea that she's white because of her design and origins, I think is... Case of Origins not kind of screwing up here. But hey, we did a good thing there, I think. We killed a whole bunch of people and that made us cool? I don't know, that did something.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no worries. We did good, chat. We did good. Anyway, one of the problems with having Templars hunting rogue mages is saying that Templars aren't given investigative training. They seem to be, yeah, generally bad at that. They seem to be very good at, you know, controlling mages, and not nearly as good at, not actually dealing with them when the control breaks. Their solutions seem to be mostly go kill.
Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel.
Isabella's in-game model is dark skin, it's just the lighting in Pearl is bad. Okay.
In times like
Fair
this,
enough.
surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
Rather buy information.
I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me.
Why is his line delivery so much better in the cutscene than in the random bark? Wait, like, this is the same guy, and I like that line delivery in a way that is not a complete meme.
The lands meet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Denerim is airing its sheets, waiting for the Lord to ride into town. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, what can we sell? Wooden kite shield. Large wooden round shield. Random scale boots. Random splint boots. Random chain boots. Random leather things. Random studded leather helms. Random heavy chainmail gloves. Random greenstones. Those are not worth anything. I don't know why I bothered. Silk carpet. That's shockingly not that valuable. Huh. That's a very good item. I don't think I need this one. I'm gonna be real. I don't know that I need the chipped fire crystal when I have a large flawless spirit crystal, which is +1 to all attributes. That's so good. Why is that so good? Dalish battery. Yep. A random mace. A random engraved mace. That's actually quite good. Random longsword. A random thing. Those are for Shale. That makes sense. It's only one piece of armor, so it has to be good all around. That's fair. But if she only has one piece of armor, that is just a better piece of armor. So goodbye, large strip fire crystal. We'll never see you again. Okay, anyway. Bunch of metal shards, which I have 2 of for some reason. A dwarven war axe is not useful. A viridian dagger is not useful. Steel daggers. Gorham longsword. Need to compare to Alistair for longswords. It's just an improvement by a lot. Yeah, give it to me. Give it. Nope. Give it to me. Silverite, dwarven heavy gloves. Nope. Nope. Don't care. Yeah, that's the big one. So we are Dalish Rogue. We're saving that for Sten. I don't really have anything to use this one, but that's fine. Engraved mace? It's okay. We'll compare some... We'll hold on to it, see if we can use some of those. We've got the space for it right now, so I don't care too bad. Demonic poison. Oh. That's a problem, huh? That's a really good amulet, holy moly. Okay. We've got some item management to do, I guess. Have an amulet, I guess, or Dalish battery, right? And Magister's shield. Have that. Alistair, what you have right now? Not a good one. Have a better one. Zevran, have the worst one. Can you call your poison good if it's not demonic? You know? Didn't think about it like that. Requires 27 strength for that. Wow. So I mean, that's good. But this leans into Alistair's character much better. And holy moly, that's actually quite a lot of damage. And there's gotta be someone else who's gonna benefit from the Silverite axe. Maybe we save that for our dwarf friend who's on his way. Maybe we'll just have, like, dual wield axe mace or something really goofy. Right.
Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Every
Right, like that would be extremely funny. And extremely kind of just like not. We'd call it on brand if we have like a drunken dwarf barbarian who dual wields a mace and an axe. Right, like could you get, yes, it's a stereotype. But could you get more of a stereotype if you tried? Your city elf rogue dual wields axe and dagger. Is it silly? Probably. Do you love it? Yes. I respect it. I want to leave. Don't know where I actually want to go. But, I guess let's go help some refugees. We haven't killed a Darkspawn recently, and I feel bad as a Grey Warden if we don't kill Darkspawn. Like, that's literally our job. If we're failing at that, what's even the point? Alternatively, the game can lag. In Dragon Age 2, they break the stereotype by giving you a beardless dwarf rogue who writes novels. You know, I respect it. Hey.
Ah, a fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
And is the narrator... The bad novels. Well, look. Doesn't matter if it's schlock. We need random schlock some of the time. Not so strange.
Ah, will the wonders of this all too small a land never cease?
Oh good, he's a charlatan.
Well, they will for you. Get them!
It is begun.
Oh right, we had a quest about this guy, huh? I forgot about that. I forgot that, like, he was a known that he was the guy that we saw in the tower with a quest. Good. Good works. Wow, these guys are fairly high level. There's a mage in the distance. That's a lot of my problem. Actually, not you. Zevran. Oh, well, okay. Zevran's fairly likely to just die. Unless I get the heal off fast enough. Did I get it? Yeah! Let's go. Swap up there and attack that guy, please. Alistair, you're doing okay? Good. Good. You're dead. Win. Just like, I don't know. Light them on fire real quick. Zevran's super gonna die. That's unlucky. Oh, he's... Yup. Super duper unlucky. That's alright. Where one failed, another shall succeed. Alistair, I guess see what you can do? Ooh. Win, good luck. If you look into the lore on Varric's book, he started out writing intensely personal political drama that draws on his family trauma, but he started pivoting to schlocky romance adventure to make a living. Exactly. Look, that is what we call good discourse. And definitely not, wow, feels bad to be, you know, professional writer who attempts to, you know, do interesting things. Now, I'm not persuaded that he's good at executing it, but man, is it a notable criticism of, you know, market tendencies. That was an interesting route. Alright, Dildrum, have a good night. We're about done for today, too, well, I think. We just wanted to, like, help out these refugees. And then we'll head back to camp, check in with everyone. Call it a night. Well, I see the Darkspawn are doing real well. Hey, guess what? Go roll everyone, please. Yep. These are fairly high-level guys. I'm gonna be real. What are you up to? Were you using your... Oh yeah, you got your arrows out. Yeah, that's fine. Alistair! Alistair, how you doing? Good? Good. Okay, maybe not so good. I believe. Oh. I still believe? Ow. God. What's the... Oh, there's 2 genlocks with... That would do it. Ow. Please stop. It hurts so much. Sorry? How? Why? What? Alistair, you didn't have to walk straight into it. Herlock Emissary. Yeah, that'd be what we call the source of the problem. You need to heal you. And Alistair needs to just try to, like, roll this guy real fast. Go stand there and now attack. Alistair, I need you to hold aggro on him. There we go. Well, 2 of them survived. 2 of them survived.
It shall be done.
That's what we call a... Maybe not a win, but, could have been worse? Let's call that a could have gone worse.
It shall be done.
Oh, thank
Welcome
you,
back, Reggie. Welcome
you,
back.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
We, only mostly watched a whole caravan of refugees get rolled by.
It is begun.
Yeah, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to loot the genlock.
I shall do it.
Is he... am I not able to loot him because he's not there? Thank you. Large flawed spear crystal. Well, that's just like a worse crystal. Fair enough, but... off we go. Cool. Yeah, I think we're about done for today. So let's head back to camp. Let's check in with the gang. And... realize that we have definitely not... that we probably have some people who are falling very far behind the curve in terms of levels.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire.
Oh,
Do you
good.
wish to hear what I have found?
Yes, tell me.
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Mm-hmm.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word.
Yes.
One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here,
Yeah.
in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
Ooh. Drinks blood, eats children.
That is closer
Oh,
to
wait.
the truth than
No.
you might think. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime.
Oh no.
There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend,
Mhm.
yet I have never seen
Uh-oh.
one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
I see the ethics committees have not been invented yet because holy shit.
Do not be sorry. I am not. I am angry. There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die.
Wow!
I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must
Morrigan!
be slain, and I need your help to do it. And what would that do? At best, I would receive pointless reassurances. At worst, Flemeth would imprison me once she became aware I know what I do. I know my mother well enough to be confident she would show no mercy when it came to her own survival. I must do the same.
This went from 0 to 100 real frickin' fast.
It may seem so. If you think of Flemeth as a mother, think of her instead as an ancient abomination
Alright,
that intends to use
chat,
her own
let's
flesh
move
and
on to a
blood
different topic, okay?
extend her life beyond
Not
all
the place to have that
natural
conversation.
limits. She did not wish anyone to get a hold of this information, least of all me. Now I have. If I do not act on what I know, then more the fool am I.
Alright.
Because if she is slain while I am near, I am not certain that she will not simply be able to take possession of me right there. So obviously I cannot be the one to do it. Another time? Would you wait on such a matter?
Because
How do I not know that Flemeth is not making preparations to steal
Because
my
I
body
think
even as we speak?
I think we're going to get
No,
rolled.
This cannot wait until another time. I will not wander the countryside waiting for Flemeth to act and do nothing about it. If I must, I will find a way to deal with this on my own. I do not wish to leave your company. I hope that you would think enough of me to aid me in this. But if I must go...
No.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible.
Yeah.
The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Liz, I already asked you all to move on to another topic. Please just move on.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Hooray! So, yeah, sorry about that, Morgan. Cool. Alistair's level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10. Cool. I suppose I should ask, does anyone have levels up and running? If they've all been leveled... Yeah. You've got some levels to pick up. That's what I was looking for. Some more health sounds real good. Lightning. Explosions. I do have heal. That's fine. You know, bear shape. Hooray. How's everyone getting on with everyone? He exists. Certainly exists. Let's do more combat training? Maybe combat training. I don't have... Requires level 12 for that, so that's fine. Song of Courage. Zevran. And Sten has a level up. Sten's level up is Bunch of Strength, because that's what he's here for. Two-handed, Sunder Armor. Two-handed Strength. There we go. That should also be enough that Sten is off, or able to finally equip that, which is just a massive improvement. Hooray. And is there anything else that I've got? Just a random iron ring. Have it. Rock out. Good job, team. How's everyone feel? Everyone feeling good? As is tradition.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off. That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him. Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Do you flirt with Zevran yet? He is... Oh, come on, it's good for you. Guinevere. Guinevere, it's good for you. I feel like flirting with Zevran is not a thing I got a choice in the matter about. Like, that's... It's more of just a state of being that I met Zevran. I have been flirted with by Zevran. End of discussion. Why is the dog named Guinevere? Because he is a saint. Certified 100% genuine saint. In actual reality, Guinevere is a folk saint in a very small region of France in the 13th century, who is a dog. And, you know, literally perfect. No notes. Best Christianity decision ever made. And so, yes, can we get a dog blessed for Guinevere? The goodest of boys. Perfect. Alright. Were there really bards by assassins? No asterisk. So, right, I think saying bard is probably going to distract from what's useful here. What we're actually looking at is a tradition known as the troubadour, who circulate in southern France, starting in the late 1100s, 1200s, 1300s, 1400s, 1500s, etc. For the most part, these are truly just like wanderers, that they are circulating among sort of the lower echelons of society, not so popular in high nobility, still very popular though, who are circling around telling stories around chivalric exploits. They could be used as couriers, because they are traveling a lot, and there is no professional mail system, so you just give a message to someone, they go, and when they're in the area, they pass it on. Because they can be used as couriers, there are a lot of accusations that get thrown around about them being used for espionage and other, like, courtly intrigue. I'm sure some of the time this is true. I think most of the time it's probably not, and it is just nobles being paranoid. But yeah, that's probably the cultural space that's coming out of, especially given, you know, Orlesian. She is the French. So, troubadours are almost certainly the culture space that Gator drew on to write the bards in this setting. But, you know, I think this might be where we leave off here in camp, as always. She's so French. Exactly. So, I had a great time today. This has been a great stream. And thank y'all for coming and hanging out. If you've enjoyed this and have not done so yet, of course, please make sure you hit the follow button to be notified for what's coming up. Next stream is probably going to be either Tuesday or Wednesday, depends on how much work I get done on Monday. We'll see how that goes. But it's going to be more Last Train Home, so we're going to be moving back to World War I and the Czechoslovakian Legion with all of that. So I hope you all will consider joining me for that. If you want to support the channel more, you can head over to patreon.com/LudoHistory or subscribe here. Prime subs, gift subs, cheered bits, everything. Just go right back into the channel to keep the lights on, help all of that stuff. Additionally, if you haven't yet, you can also go check out the website, LudoHistory.com, for some blog content, kind of keep learning about history, talk about museums and virtual exhibits over there. That does it for me, though, so I hope you all enjoy. Let's see if there's anyone else for us to raid. Let's see if there's any of our history friends around. Yeah, you know, there is. Rune Chris is playing some Ark Survival Evolved, role-playing as decrepit archaeologist and local history expert Dr. Thaddeus Horngord. So, why don't we raid over there, and go say hello to another professional archaeologist. So, we'll get that set up while the credits roll. And yeah, get your waves ready. We'll be over there soon. But that does it for me, so have a good rest of your nights. And of course, thank you to all of our patrons listed here. The Dragon Age Origins was requested by Faith Foolish at the $25 tier, so thank you for that. Thank you also to all of the new followers, subscribers, and resubs who are rolling past here. It is super appreciated. Hunter Fast, thank you for the raid. And for the cheer as well. And Dark Xanatos, thank you also for the raid. Alright, for real, that does it for me. You all are lovely, so let's go raid some friends. Bye!